Hey you, we have a new product from Christian Louboutin, and you already know that when it comes to this brand, we have to see if it's worth the splurge. Here to give you the 411, all the tea. Of course, when you have to do with powders, you definitely need more than one day. To know if you like it, you have to wear with different foundations, and you already know how that goes. I also know that you've been seeing this new baby around, and you might be intrigued, and that the FOMO is real. So let's see what's our first impression. For my eyes, I'm wearing this baby also from Christian Louboutin, and this packaging, it's live to my eyes. Look at that. Oh, the black and red situation is just so sexy and exotic. They came out with this baby last year, and I really love the color story. But when it comes to a formulation, I don't completely dislike it, but I do think there's room for improvement. When I got this one, I also picked up the blush palette. The packaging is the same, but this one is all red. Out of the two cases, I definitely like this one more, so now you know which one to get. You have the blushes, and the formulation is very creamy and also pigmented. Look at that. One swipe. Damn, I should have used these blushes. This is not what I have on my face right now. Let's just pick up a little bit of the pink. Why not? And you have to have a light hand, because look at that. I'm telling you, this shit is pigmented. The good thing is that it's very blendable, you see? And even though it got a lot of pigmentation, it doesn't get patchy at all. Even though we're looking like a little tomato, I still like it. So let's put this to the side, and let's move on to the good part of this video, which is the powder. I don't have any type of powder on my face right now, so of course we're going to be trying it on. And I'm also going to be giving you some comparisons so we can compare the formulation to some of the other powders that we already have in our collection. It's one thing that gets on my last nerve when it comes to this brand, and it's the whole catch that you have to buy the case separately and then the powder. And it's like, yo, when you come and turn around, that's way too much money, because the case is like 75 bucks and then the powder is like 50. Why can't you just sell me the shit together? I can even talk shit. I guess this is the price that we have to pay if we want to buy from this bougie brand. It's the same red box as the eyeshadow and the blushes came in, and then when you open it up, here you have the case for the powder. Super pretty, nude, beautiful. It comes empty and it's $75. I know, don't come for me. The same design that you get right here, you also get it inside of the box. But one thing that I'm noticing right now is that this right here, the material, it is literally like a cardboard, okay? And the material that we get in this one, this is velvety, this is suede. So why we're not getting this in like a beige suede velvety type of material? The case, it's in there, so you have to pull it out a little hard at first. I already did the hard part, and then it comes right off. I love the color of it. Oh my gosh, I love nudes. And then in the back of it, there's like a hole. When you put the powder in there, you're gonna get the cover for it, and it's thick. I do wish it was a little slimmer, a little thinner, especially for traveling. I mean, I don't think that it was necessary for the case to be that thick. In the front of it, you get like a little 3D situation. The design is popping out of the case, and when you open it up, you have your mirror. Now let's see what's up with the powder. I'm gonna be putting the name down there. I'm not gonna play it myself. It's made in Italy, and it's $50. It comes just like this in this little plastic black case, and then you get like a little tapita that comes right off. And this is available in 9 shades. It comes in neutral, cool, and warm undertones, suitable for all skin tones. Here you have some swatches, but my local Nordstrom didn't carry the first 2 lightest shades, which is 10N and 15NC. Also, I didn't notice it till after I did the swatches, but this shade and this one, they're the same exact shade, which is 35C. And this is pretty easy. You have to just insert the powder right in the case, and it goes just like this. Let's see. Just be careful when you do this. Make sure you're like over a table in case you drop your powder. It happened to me before. Make sure you pop it in and then This right here in the back should be flat. So this one is the shade 20 NW, and at first I was gonna pick up the shade 35C, but when I swatched it on my face, it's a little bit darker than my skin complexion, and the last thing you wanna do is pick up a powder that is darker than your skin tone. Don't do it to yourself. The formulation to the touch, it feels very, very creamy. Yes, I know that this shade might be a little lighter for me, but not even. You see? This is it. This have to be the shade if you're the same skin tone as me. This is a multi-use powder. It's supposed to give you a natural effect. It's a buildable coverage, so be careful. You don't want to end up applying too much, especially if you're going to apply it on top of your foundation, because something like this will change the color of your foundation. It is also infused with ruby powder for a bright matte finish. You can use it to even out your skin, warm your complexion, and set your makeup. So first, let's just see what's up. Let's put it all over the face. I'm going to be using my Inochige brush from Sonia G, and I'm just gonna roll it in there, and it picked up a lot. I honestly really hope that it doesn't change the color of my foundation too much, because I'm not a big fan of that. So I have the same amount. I'm gonna apply right here on top of my pores, and you can definitely see that it did darken up this area a little bit. See how this right here looks lighter? I do see the bright matte finish. Like, it's matte, but at the same time it looks really natural. But I love how soft and velvety it's making my skin look. Look at that. With poreless and without. Wow, this looks flawless. I mean, I know you see it. Look how much better this side looks compared to this one. Pick up a little bit more, and let's just apply right here on my forehead. Wow, it makes everything so smooth. Like, look at my forehead now. Look at my chin without. And look at what. See, and they gave me a little bit of coverage. And I love how velvety it is. Even though it is buildable coverage and it did change the color of my foundation a little bit, it's by a hair. I'm not mad at it at all. Now that I have it right here, I'm applying it in this side, because just look how it immediately perfects the skin. I lower my lights and I brought you all the way in, and my skin, it's given. The powder is given, but it's making my skin look so good. Yes, this is what I like. This is what I'm talking about. How my skin looks with the powder and without. I like it with the powder a lot more. See how it's blurred in my pore area? This right here, it's a lot more noticeable. It's not like the traditional powder. This is a lot more creamy. And look, you can actually just go ham. And it's just so emollient that it's not messy, no fallout at all. Now we're gonna be comparing it to this one from Gucci, and when it comes to the shades, the one from Gucci looks a little darker. See, this one, it's creamy, but the other one feels a lot creamier. And here you have it next to the other one. Yes, this one from Gucci, it's darker than the one from Christian Louboutin. Now really quick, let's compare it to this one from Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm tripping out because I don't find the shade number 1. This one, it's 2. But looking at them from here, the one from Christian Louboutin looks a little darker than this one. And you see what I mean? This one is creamy, but this powder, again, it feels very unique. Like, it's just like if you're touching cream, okay? Like if you're touching something velvety, that's the way this powder feels. This one is a shade 2 from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a lot lighter than this 2. And this formulation, it's thinner than this baby. I also want to see what's up with this one from Cosas. We have both of them right here. This powder reminds me a lot to the one from Charlotte Tilbury. See the formulation, they're so alike. Again, you already know this one is a lot creamier than this one. But let's compare the shades. It's a lot lighter than the shade of the Cosas one. It's even right there with the one from Charlotte Tilbury. Now let's see what's up with this one from Love Yourself Beauty that when I first got it, I mean, I still think it's like super creamy. And to be honest with you, the formulation of this one, it's a little bit creamier than the one from Cosas and the one from Charlotte Tilbury, but still, to the touch, this one is just a little creamier. And this one is the one from Love Yourself Beauty. It's also lighter. Last but not least, let's compare it to the newest one from Westman Atelier. I'm gonna be swatching the translucent one. And this one, it's also creamy. But see, the formulation of this one have a little bit more cake bag. See that? This one is giving me a little bit of fallout. This one is not giving me no type of fallout. And still, the formula is just creamier than this one. I am very impressed with how creamy this formulation is, and I'm obsessed with the way that it blurred out my pores. I low-key love the fact that it gave me a pinch of coverage because it made my skin look like porcelain. So flawless. It looks even better in person, and it's one of those powders that you can layer it on top of layer and it's not gonna get patchy, it's not gonna get cakey. Let me pick up my brush and I'm gonna apply a little bit right here under my eye. Because I want to see, even though I already set my under eyes with the one from Comparative, look at that. Look how beautiful it immediately made my under eye look. Do you see that? Wow. You know that this under eye now looks better than this one. Right? Because it gave me a little bit of coverage. See how you don't see the little dip that you see in here? In this under eye, it even looks more plumpy. Damn. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more. This is without, and then now look how it looks with. My skin looks like if I have a filter on. It's crazy how good it looks in person. Wow. This formulation is going to be great for scars, acne, for mature skin because of the way it smooths everything out. Damn, I like it. And a lot. I'm not going to tell you I love it yet because this powder is very expensive and we definitely have to do a wear test. I'm going to wear it all day tomorrow and I'll be back letting you know if it's a must-have. It looks wet and look how soft it's making my skin look. I'm actually bugging out because it looks like a filter. And this is without. I only have the pomegranate powder under my eyes and I did set my face around it with a little bit of the same powder. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's even making my concealer look better. Look at that. With the pomegranate powder. You see that? The face do you like more? This one? No, look at me in my face. This one or this one? Come closer, including my under eyes. Like, which one looks better?
The left side. This side.
This one? And then my under eyes?
Yeah.
Which one?
The same side.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a way for this wear test, and I didn't want to just come back here and pin a comment down below letting you know if I like the powder or not. I needed to show you how my skin is looking after me wearing this powder all day long. It is right now 1:14 in the morning. I know it's late AF. You know I'll be working until the wheels fall off. We already 9, close to 10 hours deep into this powder, and remember that I only have it in this side of the face and not this one. I'm sure that you can already see from over there that we got something going on right here. The side without the powder, including my under eye, my cheeks, this whole entire side looks a lot more glowy than the one with the powder. And even though that this side, it's not looking shiny, dewy, glowy like this one is, look how natural it looks. And it's that for me. That's the first check right there, that it makes the skin look natural without making it look greasy or oily. We all love that, but especially if you have oily skin. At the same time that it doesn't make the skin look too glowy, this powder, it's not going to dry your skin at all. Not even a little bit. So it's perfect for dry skin. I don't know what we're gonna do right now because I'm loving this powder and I know you're gonna love it too. I'm obsessed with this nude packaging. It looks so elegant and classy and rich and expensive. I just want to walk around with it all day. I forgot to mention that it does have a scent, but it's something that you can even smell. The only way that you're gonna smell it is like if you go like this, and you're gonna have to sniff basically the shit out of the powder for you to be able to smell whatever it smells like it. I just know that there's something in there, and you cannot smell any type of scent at all once you apply it on the face. Two things I forgot yesterday. One, that it comes with this little brush. It was in the box and I didn't saw it. And I know that we're not the biggest fan of this little type of brushes, and neither the ones that be coming in the eyeshadow palettes, but I'm not going to get tired of telling you to don't throw them away. Trust me when I tell you that they be taking you out of binds. Plus, just keep it right there. It looks super, super cute. Look at that. I love the fact that when you open it up, it stays there. Second thing is that we forgot to compare this cutie to this powder from Sicily. Out of all the powders that I pulled out of my collection yesterday, this one feels creamier than those. Even though if you have this powder, you know it be getting hard pan, and that's super annoying. You really have to work for this powder. You have to really get in there. And that's another thing. When it comes to this powder and this formulation, you will never get hard pan. And again, even though that this powder from Sicily, it's very creamy, still not creamier than this one. And here you have the one from Christian Louboutin and Sicily. One from Sicily, it's a bit darker than this one. This one, it's a lot softer and smoother and more velvety to the touch. Definitely like the way that this one wears a lot more than the one from Sicily. I am wearing a good foundation, and this side of the face not looking terrible, but you can perfectly see that it does look a lot more worn out. Look at the glow right here. It's already starting to look, you know, a little bit greasy. You see my hyperpigmentation a lot more. I also have hyperpigmentation in this side of the face, but because the powder have coverage, look, it gave me the perfect amount of coverage. I have all my foundation and I was wearing a mask. It kept my makeup in place. It's not cracking right here on the side of my nose and the little dry patches that I have right here on the side of my mouth. It doesn't emphasize texture. Look at that. Like, it perfects the skin on a way, like there's something about this powder. Is that it is noticeable that with the powder, my skin is looking a lot better, especially right here in this area. See how my skin looks plumpier and fuller? I mean, in my under eyes, the side without the powder, it's creasing a lot more. Even though it's not a must-have, I do think it's worth it and I highly recommend it. It comes with more product than the other powders that I showed you before. And you can use it all around. It looks beautiful on your face, on your under eyes. The situation under my eyes have me a little bit confused because I wasn't expecting this powder to look this good on the under eyes. At first, I wasn't even gonna use it on my under eyes. So I was just gonna use it on the face and that's it. Don't get me wrong, I still love this powder from Palmograph. This baby right here, it is so much better than so many powders that I have in my collection. But now that I have this little dilemma right here, this powder looks really good on the under eyes. This is just good, period. It's beautiful. Like, oh, I just love it so much. If you want to splurge, because girl, you deserve it, go get it. Go pick it up. Same thing if you don't have a lot of powders in your collection. This is it. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this powder? Do you want it? You don't want it? Let me know. And I love you to the moon and back. Mwah! See you on the next one.